What's going on, guys? Fire Stave here, back in another story. And today's story is about a girl that I went to school with before Corona hit. And so, it actually started in 7th grade. Like, at my school, when I was in 6th and 7th grade, there was this thing called sustained silent reading, where it's 20 minutes before lunch, where you have to read silently. And so, one day, I had switched classes, and my best friend was in that class. And so, after a couple of days of me being in there, I had, um, was talking to my friend, showing him stuff that happened in my book, because I was reading really weird books. And so one day, right before class started, it was this girl. I'm gonna call her Jessica. I One day, Jessica was standing and facing the front of the class. Like, she was turned looking at the front of the class. There was nothing there. She was just looking that way, talking to some people. And so I looked at my friend. I looked him square in his eyes, and then for a good 15 or 30 seconds, I looked at her. I looked straight at her butt, and then looked straight back into my friend's eyes. And I actually waited for him to look at me so I could do that. And then after I turned back around, we both started laughing, like, a lot. And so, uh, every day, instead of reading my book, I would just stare straight at her without anyone knowing. Like, I'd have my head down, and then I'd look under the table and just look straight at her. And I know what you're thinking. Why are you looking down there? I'm not. I was not looking down there at all. My head was in my arms, and then I was looking down under the table, but at the same time, I had my arm, like, you know how when when you put your hands on your arms, I was looking under the table, like I was reading my book. Like, I was doing that for most of the class, and then the rest of the time I was just looking up at her, like, through my arms. And so then, fast forward to 8th grade, at the beginning of the year, next thing, like, all I know is I have not study hall, I have history with her. And so, I'm just, like, I'm minding my own business, making jokes with my friends. And then one day, one of them just makes me real mad and start talking about my mom and stuff. And then one thing he said, which was the last thing he said, he was like, "That's why your mom be dancing on my pole." And he was laughing while he said that. And, like, during that whole conversation, I was just mad. Like, I was mad the whole day. Like, I woke up mad. But then, also, the only reason why I said this was because I used to, be crazy. Like, not crazy, but, like, crazy. Like, also, this kid on my bus, he made me big mad. And so, I was like, "That's why your mom's dancing on my knife." And Jessica, she turns and looks at me and says, "No wonder why people think you're crazy." I'm like, I try to explain to her that I'm not crazy. And so, and I was making that dumb idiot voice that people make when they're talking to someone they like. And so, So then one day, she like, if you couldn't tell, I liked her like a lot. And you might be asking, wait, don't you still like her? Yes, I do. But not as much. And so one day, she's talking to her friend. She looks straight at me and says, I'm gonna make him like me. And then, like, I liked her since 7th grade, so it's not really hard for her to just, it wouldn't be hard for her to try, even if she did. And so, one day in 8th grade, she gets moved to my 7th period study hall. And so, I wrote down on a paper, like, every time she saw me, since she said she was gonna make me like her, uh, she just kept yelling hi at me. And one day, she was across the room, like, at the beginning of class in history. And so, she yelled hi at me. And so I was like, hi. And then she was like, no. And then the kid that was making those jokes, uh, he was like, he looked at me and was like, y'all get together one day, and started laughing. And I was like, sure. And I actually said that, and like, as a joke. Like, I said that meaning it, but at the same time, I said it as a joke. And so, one day, one day in November, I wrote down on a piece of paper that I liked her, but it was like a lot more than just I like you. I wrote down a lot of that, and I basically asked her out on the paper, and I did that in Latin. And so, I just threw away the paper in May, like early May. So I never asked her. And one day in April, she started dating someone else. And then, like, one day after that, me and my friends were just playing tag. And so I was like fake pushing people in the mud and telling people that I was gonna push them in the mud. And so right before I did it, I did it to a couple of people, and then like I was going in the line. The next thing I know, the person she was dating was in the line. And so I look at him and then start going towards him, like pretending to push him. And then he was like, "If you do it, you will regret this." And like I was actually gonna do it out of jealousy, but then I told myself that that's dumb. Like, I shouldn't do that. And so, one day, one day, late May, after we all got sent home due to Corona, I found her on Snapchat. Actually, I stalked her on Snapchat a long while before that because she used it. Scratch that. Forget that I even said that. One day, I just randomly added her on Snapchat, and like one day, early, like right before Christmas break. Like, actually, the day I got suspended, I added her on Snapchat. And if you want to know about the time I got suspended, I don't think I made a video on it, but I will if you want me to. And so, I had added her on Snapchat one day, and then didn't say anything. but she still accepted it. I added her on both her accounts. So one day in July, I want to say, no, one day in May, I had told her how I felt. Like, I told her everything except half the stuff that happened in this video. And so she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend." I was like, "Yeah, I was just telling you because, like, I might not wake up tomorrow to tell you, and I never know, like, what day will be my last." And she was like, "Oh, may I ask why?" And I was like, "Life's just unpredictable." Like, now that I think about it, I don't even know why I told her. Like, I had no reason to. And I knew for a fact that she had a boyfriend. I even said that in the message that I told her, that I sent her. And so I haven't really talked to her since. And so if this video gets 7 likes, I will send it to her. Yeah. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and subscribe. Only subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, and you were only subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's a better way of saying it. And so, if I did send this to you, thanks for watching. And yeah, and to everyone else, thanks for staying for 12 minutes. 12 or more minutes. Alright, see you. The moral of the story is, don't be afraid to tell someone you like them. Like, if you ever have the chance, just tell them.